UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers with more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/Rollins Sim Controls. Are you looking for high-quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics, from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. I am Richard Hurst, and joining with me tonight is going to be Joe Roberts. And tonight we are here with Slingshot Racing League for their first race of their short season at the Daytona 200. Joe, how you feeling tonight?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, these cars, compared to what we have nowadays with these cars, you know, this is going to be a whole different challenge running Daytona. You know, we're seeing these cars go 210 miles an hour plus in the draft into the corners. So, you're actually going to have to lift off. These cars aren't as easy to control. You got 33 people in here fighting for the win today. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. A big challenge for all these guys today. Not what we're really used to, like for Daytona nowadays.
Yeah, definitely not what we're used to. As I'm sitting here watching somebody just get loose off of a push, could have been, and that could have been just intentional, but should be a very, very good race. These cars, love to see these cars out. These are the 87s. You're going to have the Buicks, the Monte Carlos, and the Thunderbirds out there. A lot of great paint schemes, a lot of eager drivers. There is a big prize at the end of this short season. I think last I saw it was like $450. And then throughout the races, they might have some giveaways going on and stuff like that. So thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all stopping by and spending the evening with us, and we will get racing here very shortly. About 5 minutes to qualifying, and then we'll see them get on the track and put in about 80 laps. Now there is no fast repairs. There is no stage breaks, so it is straight up race what you got, and green flag pit stops we'll probably see. So it should be very interesting. We won't see a lot of aggressiveness because you don't have those fast repairs to rely on during these 80 laps.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be really careful in this because I don't see free wide really gonna be getting pushed that much. I'm seeing a lot of people getting loose off the corners. So I mean, these cars are pretty hardy. Like they're not like the Gen 6 cars where they'll just fall apart. Like you can give them a little bit of abuse, but if you still hit that wall going 200 miles an hour, you're gonna have problems. One thing I am gonna say though is I'm surprised that the Chevys are one through 10 are occupying 8 of the top 10 spots. I was expecting the Fords and the Buicks to be higher up there.
Well, it's also you don't know who is going to be working with who tonight. Everybody's going to be your friends. Um, some of these guys might know each other from other leagues. Like I said, this is their first league race here, so you probably got a lot of guys coming from other leagues in together. So we'll look to see who is going to be working with who tonight. So yeah, everybody's your friend until the last lap.
Or until you find someone that's just a little bit faster. But I will say this about the pack racing is we're not going to be seeing pack racing like we do nowadays. Back then they the the pack the pack really didn't exist all that much. I mean, yeah, it was around, but you definitely weren't doing it to the extent that it is now. Keep in mind, no restrictor plates on these cars, unrestricted engines. So you know yeah, we can have a pack, but it's definitely going to be a lot more spread out. It's not going to be as nose to tail as it is now with the restrictor plates, especially with the draft helping. But yeah, I'd expect if we're able to get some good runs, I expect to see some separation come about. Probably getting pretty spread out there.
Absolutely, and this league is a brand new league, and it's amazing how many drivers they have starting at least in this first race. But brand new league. They brought on a bunch of sponsors. We do have let's see, that's Evan Paints. We have Premier Setups. We have Apex Energy that is in with us, and also Sim Racer. Um, a lot of good products that came aboard with this league. So
Very nice to see. So, who do you think that might have a shot today? I'm looking at last week's winner of the Clash, which was Brandon Sachs, has not turned a lap yet in practice, but he was very impressive yesterday not yesterday, last week at Michigan.
yeah, yeah, he was definitely impressive last week. It is very. I can't really say who is going to win, but I can say this for sure: that somebody's going to hit that wall.
I think that is possible, but I will say this: if I'm a betting man today, I'm picking a Ford or a Buick. Fords and the Buicks really good on the supers. Pretty much all the big tracks really, but you know, Chevy was not as good on the big tracks like Daytona and Talladega at this time, but the Ford and the Buicks, they were definitely the cars to beat.
Well,
So
the odds are stacked against you as far as the Buick goes, because there are only two Buicks, and one is driven by Tex Linder, and the other is Nick DeCersey.
yeah, and you know
I probably just
anything can
butchered that
happen.
name because I
I
couldn't
think
see
it's
it.
the Chesery, but
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
yeah, speaking of Tex Linder, he is one of two Australians in the field. The other one is Robert De Jersey. He is in sixth position right now in practice, and the other guy that is our international driver is Corey Dairon. He is right now in 20th, representing Canada today.
All right, love to see people from around the world to join in these races. It's amazing how far we've come. Well, looks like practice is over, and we will be getting into qualifying. There are a lot of drivers, so hopefully they can all get a qualifying lap in. So
Yeah,
let's see who can take that pole.
qualifying's gonna be seat of your pants. Now, if we were playing the true realism, maybe we'd be having some Junior Johnson type shenanigans, but we're not really able to have that in our racing. But that would be funny if you're able to. I'll tell you, I'll go back to what we were talking about really quick though. One of my favorite international drivers that is in any of the leagues we've done, Juan Jimenez. That guy is amazing. He is a flyer, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's still on a controller too, and that's amazing how fast he can be on a controller. We did watch him the other night, and he could not control his car at Richmond. I don't know what happened. Richmond was definitely not his favorite track, um,
I'll
but he
tell you
hung in there as long as he could.
when me and Juan ran leagues together on Heat 5 before we came here, he wouldn't win every race, but he would get the pole. He'd be the favorite for the pole.
Nice. Well, we do have a couple new followers, and that's going to be Karsten Groom and Carissa 1983. We appreciate that follow. Uh,
Right now, we got Bruce Pearson
and Brock
on track right
D2K.
now.
Man, we got a bunch of people on track right now. That's why I didn't even call it out. There's too many.
For some reason, I
Give me one
cannot
second.
view him though. There we go. But yeah, we're entering the corners at over 200 miles an hour. This is you actually have to lift on this track, so almost unheard of nowadays. But yeah, you got to lift going in the turns because you don't have the downforce, carrying a lot of power in there too. So we're seeing him enter the corner about 207 and letting off to get it down to about 200. And then he's going to fire it off and get down to the front straightaway.
Yeah, the speeds in these cars are absolutely amazing, and like you said, we'll probably in the draft. I'm banking on a 5-car draft can probably do 222, if not more.
I would.
I've seen it.
I don't.
Don't disagree. I've seen it. I've seen it
I would
personally.
say you might be able to get more speed on a track like Talladega. Daytona isn't as friendly to getting fast speeds as Talladega is. Not saying it can't be done, but I would definitely see that being more likely at Talladega, considering that got a lot more, at least length on the straightaways on the trial, it seems, because that's a big turn that you're taking through a trial at Talladega. It's very much more smooth, very short kind of corner through the trial.
I just noticed there was a plane taking off on the backstretch. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Probably
and
not.
you know what? Quiz question for today. How about that? 1984, Ronald Reagan was coming down in the airport, middle of the race, because the Daytona Beach Airport is right by the backstretch. There was a famous photo taken as Reagan was coming down on Air Force One. Which driver was in that famous photo? He was the only car on the backstretch, really, when that photo was taken. See if anyone knows which driver that was. 1984.
Well, while they are thinking about that, we do have one announcement. Uh, During the broadcast, there will be two $5 giveaways sometime throughout the stream. So you have to be present in the stream to win that $5. Don't know when they're going to be. They're just going to be at random times, but two $5 giveaways. Or iRacing credits. I'm sorry, there's two $5 iRacing credit giveaways. Oh, oh, or cash. Damn it, Jeremy. You messing me up, man. Y'all can't hear Jeremy. He is in the background. And we have a new, it looks like we just had a new follower pop up. Nope, maybe not. Maybe my stuff's just delayed. All right. Is that everybody that's qualifying? Okay, everybody has qualified. We're going to go into warm up. We're going to have about 5 minutes of warm up. So grab your energy drinks, grab your popcorn, and get ready for a show because in 5 minutes it's going down.
And I will say this: someone already got it correct. BZ Racing, 43 of Richard Petty was in that photograph. He actually won the race. That was his 200 and final race win. All right, so hey, the Buick, Richard, they out qualified all the fours, even though yeah, it was Petty's.
Ever missed a black flag? Forgotten what gear you're in? Rollins Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/Rollins Sim Controls.
UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
All right. So Chevys will take on qualifying. I believe they got the top 4.
Well, they got actually, it looks like top 5. Then you got 2 Buicks in 6th and 7th, and then Ford, Chevy, Ford.
No, that's weird. I think SDK may be clocking the warm-ups, perhaps.
Yeah, that's probably just in the warm-ups. We'll actually get a grid here
Got
very
Justin
shortly.
Wilson taking the road course.
All right. Well, tonight we will have a special guest for our Grand Marshal. He's an upcoming star. He's been acting for over 2 years. He's had 3 featured films released, and they will be releasing this year. He's been in about 5 commercials, and a motivational enthusiast, and wants to encourage people to chase their dreams. It is our pleasure to introduce Roman Boylan from Carrollton, Georgia, a local native to Georgia, for our race invitationals tonight. So a little treat for you guys, and he is also, I'll let him explain it.
What is going on, guys? Welcome, racers and race fans. Hope you guys are doing well today. My name is Roman Boylan. I am the lead actor that plays Luke Wallace and co-producer of the new film coming out, The Sim Racer. Movie is coming out here soon. We are very passionate about it and excited. Hope you guys enjoy it. It is coming by you, for you, and I really admire what you guys do. I seriously do. And today's race is brought to you by Southern Broadcast Racing Network and Slingshot Racing League. There's nothing left to do but roll the red carpet out for you guys. Enjoy your races, have fun. Drivers, start your engines!
All right, well, we have everybody gridded up, and we're going to give you a rundown of where everybody qualified, and it looks like it's going to be Aaron Smith is going to take the pole in his number 70. Ellis Thomas is going to be second in his number 8 Ford. Third place is going to be Sam Oliver and number 9 Chevrolet. Fourth is going to be the number 2 of Kerry Whitaker. Fifth is going to be Bryce Pearson in his Ford Thunderbird. Sixth is going to be Chris Smith. Seventh is going to be Wesley Pistoli. Eighth is going to be Bradley Powers. Ninth is going to be Sam Swoop. 10th is going to be Josh Hill. Joe?
11th is going to be Brandon Zimmerman. 12th is going to be Johnny Rapp. 13th is going to be Corey Doiron. Jacob Bradley is going to be in 14th in the City Chevrolet. And Jeff Pogo is going to be 15th, but starting from the pits. Tex Linder is going to be 16th. Tyler Willard is going to be in 17th. Paul Thomas in the John Deere Ford is going to be in 18th. Larry Poling is going to be 19th. And Brandon Sachs, the Clash winner, is going to be in 20th. Richard?
Well, everybody's moving around. Let's see. 21st is going to be Robert Jersey in his 05. 21st is going to be Matt Close. I believe that. I don't know.
I can get it for you, Richard, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I don't
23rd
have
is going to be Justin Wilson. 24th, Matt Kuntz. 25 is going to be Randy Bicheld. Scott Tompkins is going to be in 26th. Chris Hone, 27th. Nick DeChesry, 28th. Cole Shetty, 29th. And Eric Wright, 30th. Joe McAdoherty is going to be 31st. Eric Casper, 32nd. And Chris Lowry, 33rd. So, time to get down to the line for the start of this 80-lap race, the Daytona 200. Take it away, Richard.
All right, you got to wait for the green flag to wave, and the green flag is out, and Smith has a pretty good restart, but Ellis Thomas is going to be side by side as they get ready to go into turn number 1. Ellis Thomas is going to drop back behind the 70 of Smith, and they are going to get nose to tail leading the 9 of Sam Oliver out on that outside line with, looks like Chris Smith in tow.
Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see what the dominant line is going to be today, especially with how loose this car can get coming out of the corner. Sam Oliver already getting up to the bumper of Ellis Thomas. Ellis Thomas going to be heading down to the lead in turn 1. Takes about a lap for these cars to get fully wound up. So we're also going to see how powerful this draft is going to be. Maybe a few car lengths back, but so far turn 4 coming out, and it looks like Ellis is going to lead the first lap.
Yeah, that Apex Energy is definitely showing some speed out front of this bottom line with Sam Oliver. Sam Oliver is not tucked up, and he's going to push up the track, and that's what you was talking about earlier. You're going to have to let out to keep these cars on the bottom of the track. So if you're on that high line, you might be in trouble if somebody can't keep their car down. But it looks like that number 28, that Premier setup, number 28, he's going to take over that 3rd spot, and they're going to get nose to tail pretty much on that bottom lane with the 2 in tow, and that's going to be Kerry Whitaker.
Yeah, now you see they kind of push up a little bit when they come off of the corner, but the one thing I did mention earlier is that look at how spread out everybody is. You know, it's a pretty large gap between, say the leader and even like say 10th position. It's over a second gap between them, so it's going to be pretty spread out to start out this race, but nose to tail pretty much the top 10.
Yeah, it's pretty much nose to tail also, going further back. We got one car down by the yellow line, but let's go back and see what it looks like back here. Got one riding up towards the wall. A little 2-car train up towards, I think that's going to be, good Lord, there's a lot of cars. 27, Matt Cluse.
Yeah, so Ellis Thomas, pretty good start out today, getting in the lead right away. But the a few people actually that I'm looking at that have gained some good position. Tyler Willard is already up 5 positions in the 24 Filter Time Chevrolet, and he's looking probably to get higher up in there. But the one thing that we do got to keep in mind is you get no resets. If a caution happens, and you're in it, your race might be done. So the one thing I can see is everyone's just being a little bit careful, just getting through the start of this race.
Looks like we got a pretty good battle up in the tri-oval, and it looks like the 9 is going to try to work on that outside. He's got the 10 way back there trying to get up towards the front and give him a hand, but he's not going to be able to get there in time. The 28 is going to take the 2nd position on the backstretch. He's going to utilize that draft, and the 9 is going to try to utilize a little bit of side draft to slow that inside line down, but it's also going to help pull him along, and they pretty much pulled right up to the 8's back bumper. 2 doing a good job of staying in line, keeping that car down. 9 still riding on the outside.
And in the wall.
We got a car in the wall?
Yeah, 10 got in the wall just a little bit. Now, he's running the top lane. Doesn't look like a lot of damage happened to that car. But what I'm noticing here, I don't think the top line is going to be that very, very viable. Because noticing how these cars are running the bottom and then shooting off up top, they're able to carry more speed off like that. It seems like the guys who are running on the high side seem to need to let off a little bit more coming out of the corner just so they can make the corner and not hit the wall. So it seems like the bottom lane is probably going to be the lane to beat today.
Yeah, all the way back to the 94 of Wesley Pistoli is pretty much that first pack. And then you have Randy in the number 18. He is going to be the start of a little 3-car pack back to Scott Thompson. And then from there, Eric Wright is going to be pretty much riding by himself with Paul Thomas riding by himself, and Cole Shetty leading the last little bit of cars on the front stretch.
Yeah, waiting to see if anyone looks like they might be getting a little impatient because everyone's just staying in line right now. But I have been seeing that 70 wanting to pull out a few times, and he's pulled out but then got back in line. Just seems like he hasn't really been able to get anything to work. But 52 getting thrown up to the sucker lane, I would say, on the high side right now. That is going to put him in the wall. Hard hit for the 52, and looks like he'll recollect it, but he's going to lose a bunch of positions now because he just scrubbed off at least 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's going to be Johnny Rapp. And yeah, he lost a lot of positions. Now he's going to lose the draft to the 50 of Sam Swoop. So he's got a little bit of work to do to get back up to where he is going, where he wants to be. But this top lane has got about a 5-car draft, now 6 and 7-car draft. Once Aaron Smith and Bruce Pearson caught back up.
Looks like everyone's going a little bit easy right now because they're definitely not getting the speeds that they were in practice. They are about, I'd say, about 5 to 10 miles an hour off of what they could do. But here comes Aaron Smith II again, looking to try to make the outside work. He's going to get ahead of that all-black car, which is going to be Kerry Whitaker. But it just doesn't look like he's able to really make it work. He might get taken along, but no real help. I mean, you can work with that side draft a little bit, but he's going to lose that draft. Unless maybe the 9 is willing to get him, but no one's willing to really help him at this point.
Update your trading paints because his car is actually red. That's the Evans paint.
Fine. I will. Okay.
But a little like you said, a little 5-car draft. Aaron Smith did tuck back in, and he's going to catch the draft of the 2 of Kerry Whitaker, and that's going to Bruce is going to dive behind the 70 and try to catch that draft, and he's got the 10 working on the outside. 10 is going to look to the inside. Ooh, a little bump from the 20. And that's going to give him a little bit of a run coming through the corner. And that's going to be 3 and 4 as they're coming out. 10 all over the back bumper of the 15. Gets up 15 a little bit loose coming out of 4, but he collects it quick. And they are going to make a little bit of time up on that 70 car.
Yeah, that 70 car, I'll tell you, he's definitely not really patient, I'd say, right now. 10 just chopped the nose off of the 20. But what I'm looking at here is, it doesn't look like you're really able to make anything work. He's going to try the bottom finally, try to get that 2 car, almost took him out. The 2 car chopped his nose off. So that would have been on the 2. But, yeah, Aaron Smith is not very patient right now. We got a car on the wall.
That's the 55?
That is the Bick car, the number
Brad
55,
Powers.
Brad Powers.
Yeah, he only lost a couple of positions, and that's what I love about these cars. These cars are tanks. They can take a pretty good beating, but once they take a really big lick, they're pretty much done. You're going to see wheels flying everywhere. He scrubbed the wall. He lost a little bit of speed, lost a few positions, but it looks like he's going to try to make them right back up as he is drafting with Jacob Bradley in that one Chevrolet.
Yeah. All right. Looking at the 2 top movers right now. Maybe these guys are working together. I haven't really paid attention to them, but Justin Wilson and Robert DeJersey, they are up 13 and 11 positions. They are 10th and 11th right now. So keep an eye out for those 2 because I think those 2 might be working together to get up a little up to the front.
All right, well, we have had 13 green flag laps, so let's do our favorite thing and crank it up there, Jeremy.
have a
Yellow
caution.
flag is out. And let's see if we can find out where that came out at.
I think that may have been. I don't see anything that would have caused the yellow.
Oh, well, maybe the 85. Hold on. Let's see. Yes, it's going to be the 85 of Chris Home.
Well, looking at that crash, definitely could have been worse. He just got a little bit loose coming out of the tri-oval, but yeah, it could have been much worse than what it was. Luckily, not too much damage to either Corey or Chris.
All right. Well, one person that is going to definitely benefit, and that's going to be the, looks like the 24. He was riding way off pace towards the back, and that's going to be Jeff Pogo. So he's going to be able to catch it back up with the field.
Not sure if we're going to be getting any tires changed, but definitely going to probably expect most of the field to come down for fuel.
Biker Man is saying, oh, Taryn with HSR is out there watching this Daytona race. Oh my God, I just saw it. Toys R Us Ford Thunderbird. Man, I miss Toys R Us. It's going to be the 40.
Looks like everybody's going to be coming down pit road, so everyone looks like they're going to be getting fuel. A few people looks like they're staying out there. Looks like the 15 of Bruce Pearson is going to lead a lap. And 24 stays out as well. But other than that, everybody taking some fuel down pit road. May not be the worst idea if you're a car in the way back, but only 2 cars stayed out, which is going to be Tyler Willard and Bruce Pearson.
So as of right now, one is showing an SDK as the 4 car, but his car is stamped the 24, so we got to watch out for that. And that's going to be Chris Lowry, or no, not Chris Lowry. Where's the 4 car? Jeff Pogo.
So far, who do you think might have the best shot tonight?
Well, I'm looking at these boys riding out front, and that's going to be Chris Whitaker. He is working with Ellis Thomas, the 28 of Chris Smith. You know, those guys have all been running together. So I'm looking at one of those guys. You know, they've been running pretty much nose to tail. I'm looking at one of them.
Now, what I'm looking at is Ellis Thomas came out of pit road in 15. So he took tires. It looks like everybody else in front of him didn't. So I think he's going to be the first car on fresh tires. So let's see how these new tires compare to the old tires, because I know with the new cars, the tires don't really wear that much, but I can expect a little bit more wear coming off of these cars. But I'm not sure if it's going to really benefit them, but we shall see.
Got a few drivers diving in for, I guess, some more fuel, expecting it to go a long run.
I don't really see the point in coming down after you just pit for an extra, half lap of fuel, especially given how everything's getting all spread out. It doesn't seem like a smart idea to me.
Biker Man out there saying, I'm going to say the 33 is going to get this. Well, I think the number 25, and that's going to be Scott Tompkins. He's driving that Poblowski and Sons Monte Carlo. He is up 17 positions from where he started. So this could be his race too, along with Justin Wilson is also up 17 positions, and that's going to be the number 58 Monte Carlo. So you got 2 big movers of the race.
I'm gonna say keep an eye out for Ellis Thomas though. He led all the laps up to that caution. Not sure how he's gonna deal with traffic. We shall see. But Ellis Thomas is
Uh,
definitely gonna be a guy to look out for.
has anybody else got um iRacing flashing in and out?
You were probably on a car that was blinking.
Oh, maybe so. Cause no, it was going black. I mean, that wasn't a normal flashing.
I don't know,
The
but
stream was doing it too, so that's why I was asking.
all
All
right,
right,
let's
we're
get
getting
down to
ready.
the start.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go green, and Pearson is gonna be leading this pack, and he is off. He was shot out of there like he was shot out of a cannon with the 70 in tow. That's gonna be Aaron Smith. He was our pole sitter, and he is looking to get back towards the front and put that filter time Chevrolet back to third instead of second, where he just started that restart.
Yeah, one thing if I'm like that 70 or the 24, you got to take that opportunity on the outside while you can. Get that draft free wide, and 24 gets a little bit in the wall. He keeps on hitting the wall, ping ponging off the wall, and he might lose that opportunity to get in the second place and dive down. And he is going to be put out in the sucker line, it looks like, but he does have some help. Here comes Justin Wilson. He is up more positions than anybody else, plus
Oh, he's
18.
loose. Tyler Willard
Doesn't
got loose coming out of that turn, but he gathered it up really quick, and the 58 decided, nah, I'm not going to do it. Oh, two is loose, and he smacks the wall.
That's a
Oh,
big hit. He's riding the wall right now, and I don't know if he. I don't know what's going to be happening here. The 13
13 is just
gets.
riding behind him, letting everybody by.
Yeah, I'm not too happy if I'm him. I'm going to look at his damage, and I think that damage might be terminal because his left front, excuse me, his right front, it's pretty pushed back. I think he lost his wheel. That car definitely is going to be questionable if that'll even get back in the race.
Well, we got a
He's,
new leader out front. While that was all going on, they were still battling it out up front, and that's going to be Aaron Smith is back up front with Sam Oliver in that number 9 Monte Carlo. He is pushing that 70 car like there's no tomorrow. He gets a little bit out of shape coming out of turn number 2, and it looks like he is going to try to challenge for the lead on the inside, and it looks like the 9 Piedmont Chevrolet is going to take it with the 15 of Justin Wilson in tow. Justin Wilson is up 21 positions. I told this was one of those cars that I said watch out for because he was a big mover of the race, and now he is fighting for the lead over with Sam Oliver, and he is going to take it over.
Yeah, Justin Wilson in the lead, up 22 spots. So he's definitely made some improvements. He's gaining over a spot a lap. Only 22 laps in, he's passed 22 cars. So good on him. But remember, it's Daytona, so you can go back to the front pretty easy. Not as easy in this as normal pack racing would be going, but we are seeing that second line starting to develop. We're seeing guys get a little bit more braver, seeing how good they can get the top line to run. Looks like they might be able to make it work if they can get the side draft going and get some speed. But the 25 is in the wall, and I'm thinking I'm worried if I'm on the outside like that. The outside seems to be getting a lot loose, and it seems a little bit more hard to control than the guys on the bottom. You have less room to work with. So,
Well, they say a loose car is a fast car, and so far, that Poblowski Chevrolet is shown that he has the speed because he's the other biggest mover of the race. 19 positions from where he started, now 20 positions from where he started. He's fighting with the 24 of that filter time Chevrolet on the outside line, and there is a yellow flag, and that is going to be Cluse. Matt Cluse.
that's.
Give me an indicator for.
Looks like Joe McDory into it too, and yeah, there was a couple cars involved in that, but Cluse definitely got the worst of it.
Well, that is a big break for Kuntz, Matt Kuntz in that 13. And that 27 is missing a fender and a wheel,
Yeah, it
or
looks like
12, excuse me.
I don't know. But, this is another occurrence of seeing, maybe it ain't the best idea to be running high like that because the high lane just does not seem like it is working that well. And unfortunately for you, your Toys R Us car got in that wreck as well.
Yeah, it happens. That's Daytona for you. And the big one, luckily, the big one has not happened. So that's going to bunch everybody back up. That's going to put that 13 back up back with the pack. That's where he wants to be. So the
Now, I
12 is
believe,
pretty much. I don't know if I don't know if he's going to have the aerodynamics to keep up with the pack. He's missing that right front fender.
um, I mean, he should be able to get it repaired. I'm more worried about him dragging the right front on the track. I think that's more of a thing to worry about. But I'm wondering, who's going to be able to get it back and who ain't. Because Chris Lowry and Corey just got lapped. I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it out. Kerry Whitaker's still down pit road from his earlier accident. So we'll see if either of these two are going to be able to get back out there. But I don't think they're going to be necessarily competitive due to the aero damage that they got.
Well, Cole Shetty has joined the top 5. He is riding in 5th. He elected not to pit, so that's going to put him up to 5th position. And now he is going to be the biggest mover of the race. And that is going to be 24 positions from where he started this race. He's been back there just hanging out and keeping it clean. And so far, it's working out for him because cars are probably going to be dropping like flies.
Yeah, Aaron Smith finally managed to get it up in the lead. He was running outside a bunch earlier, and he just was not able to get anything really working. But you see that 12 car Joe McAdory coming down pit road. That's a car that I feel actually might have a chance to get back out there. It took out the right side sheet metal, but doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. It's going to affect him aerodynamically, but I think he'll be able to get back out there. He might be able to not go a lap down.
All right, the drawing is starting to take place. Type in the chat #ticket. I'm sorry, exclamation point ticket. We should have put a hashtag. Exclamation point ticket to have a chance of winning that $5 in cash or iRacing credits.
And make sure you do it. It's free. But all right, heading down in the back straightaway. One other guy that I want to point out, Eric Wright. He started 30th, and he's up 20 positions now in the 10th position. So yeah, it seems like the trend I'm noticing is that high line. I don't know if it's worth taking because the high line. It just seems like everybody that's running up there. Now I'm not saying everybody, but it seems like a lot of people have been running up there have been trailing off the corner and getting right up into the wall, and it just seems like something that I wouldn't really be willing to risk.
Too many tickets.
All right. Well, we are going to see what Aaron Smith II can do from the lead in that 70 Chevy. Pace car is going to be off, and we're going to be starting lap 27 of 80. And here goes Aaron. Aaron going to lead him off, and Zimmerman's going to go right in behind him. Not the best start by him, but looks like Oliver, probably his best idea is to take that Piedmont number 9 right down to the bottom so he doesn't get kind of stuck out within the sucker line. Going to be okay for the first half lap, but you want to get down there as fast as you can. 59 of Justin Wilson going to be trying to get back up to the front as well. He's been extremely fast today, cutting through so many cars and already up to third. 4-car breakaway, though, as it's going to be, like I said, Ellis Thomas. He's already picked up 10 positions on those brand new tires.
Well, look at that number 25, though. He is right there in between him. Scott Thomas is in between Ellis Thomas and Chris Smith. And those were the other two cars I was saying watch out for, because those guys have been working together since the race started. They all look like they're running pretty good. The 25 wants to get by the 8, but the 8 has got something to say about that. He blocked the run to the outside and made the 25 duck right back behind him as they come out of turn number 2. It looks like the 94, who is that? 25 is going to be... No, I was talking about the 18 was stuck on the outside, and he's going to lose a few positions from being on what Joe calls the sucker lane. But I believe he can tuck back in here behind the 33, Brandon Stocks, and make it right back up to the front. But they are too wide, Joe.
Yeah, typically I'd say the sucker hole is where you're going to be in the middle, because you're just going to get sucked right back to the bottom. But today, the sucker lane is the top lane, because it seems like everyone's getting sucked up to the wall. But Ellis, I'm going to be interested to see what he can do on the new tires, because, he came in the pits with about 16, 17 laps on his tires. A lot of people did not take tires, so I'm willing to see what he can do with a fresh pair of tires. I don't know if it's really going to make that much of a difference, but it will be interesting to see what he can do. Seems like he's just hanging back a little bit off the draft. Seems like he's in a good position where he can at least pull up. So top line getting utilized a little bit more, but you see that 25 car of Tompkins just nearly got in the wall again. So careful up there.
Yeah, but you see that it did not slow that number 25 down at all, because he is still making a charge towards the front. Right now, he's in the 4th position. It looks like he's going to lose his drafting partner, though, and he is going to be stuck on the outside line by himself. Now he's got a few cars that are coming up to help him, and that's going to be the 58. 58 going to make a charge for the front, and that's going to be Justin Wilson. He is challenging the 9 Piedmont car of Sam Oliver for that 2nd position. We have Cole Shetty. He is going to be a lap down now. He is trying to get his lap back the hard way, but all the leaders are going to pass him right on by. He's going to give him a little bit of room coming through the tri-oval, and that's going to put him a lap down. I hate to see that.
Yeah, the one thing I did notice, though, is everyone migrated up to the top, and the 25 got in the wall that time. So, yeah, they're not liking that lap car is sat there on the bottom, because it's all forcing them high. Could have been a lot. Sorry, what? Ellis Thompson.
Oh, looks like somebody got into the wall, or is that a lap car?
Not sure, but yeah, Ellis Thomas. He's back up to 5th. It seems like he's just holding back right now. I think he has the ability to get back up there. But keep in mind, there is that lap car in between the 20 and the 59, which is going to be the 77 of Cole. And unfortunately, he's a lap down, but it looks like these leaders are almost going to get into each other. 9 got tapped in the quarter panel just a little bit, but managed to hang on to it.
Well, other races, we don't normally see Cole Shetty down a lap. We usually see him battling for the top spots. He is really good in the trucks and other cars. But tonight, it looks like that 87 is going to give him not given the positions that he wants to give, but he's making that outside work, a little bit better than other people. And I think if he fights hard enough, he can get back on the lead lap the hard way and just tow these guys on the lead lap until we see a caution. Then he can just drive right around.
Yeah, Ellis, he tried to go up high, though, and he lost like 2 or 3 positions just trying to charge it up high. He did not seem very confident going into that corner when he pulled out. But it is interesting to see what Cole is doing up there. Now, keep in mind, he just came off a pit road, so I wouldn't discount that he has fresh tires. But he's running it good, but he's probably, at least at where he's at right now, I can't imagine he's going full 100% where he is.
Well, that Poblocki car is back up to the 5th position, up 21 spots. He is pushing that number 20 of Brad Zimmerman trying to push him to the front, but he's got a little bit of traffic in front of him, and that's just, I know they can make up more ground, but they just got to get around these cars. And like you said, nobody is really wanting to run the high line, and we see Cole Shetty rubbing the wall, so he's going to lose a lot of positions there. He's going to dive back behind, looks like the one on the outside lane. But Scott Thompson making a really good run here at Daytona, and you have that 70 all by himself trying to take over that top spot from the 58 of Aaron Smith, but he's not going to be able to do it by himself. He needs the help.
It's been a trend with him, honestly. I mean, I don't really get him doing that because he's seen. I mean, you have to have seen that so many cars have gotten hit on that high side, and the fact that he's been trying the same thing over and over again, he hasn't really had any help up there either. Not sure. I mean, he can hold it, but all it takes is one mistake, and you're in the wall and you're falling back. Got a little damage at best, and you could be out at worst. So he's gonna have a little bit of help here, though, with the 33 of Bikerman's favorite, Brandon Sox.
Yeah, Brandon went up there to help the 70, and they did pretty good. Now, the 20 was riding on the outside, and he was just in front of Brandon Sox, and he came down and almost hit the nose of Brandon Sox in that 33 Hooters car. So Brandon had to check up, and he decided, I'm going to go to the outside, and he makes the pass on the 20. So it looks like the 70 is able to get in line, and he is going to tuck in right behind the 9 Piedmont Chevrolet Monte Carlo, and they're going to just ride it out single file. Well, you got 3 laps to get into the drawing. We are going to pick a winner at lap 40, so make sure you get your entry in.
Lap car is going to be put another lap down. That's going to be Chris Lowry. Manages to get back out there, but he is way off the pace. They're going 200 plus. He's only going 180 into the corner, so forcing them all to go single file. And not the worst idea. Keep him off that high line, because that high line is just brutal today. Another guy that I want to give a quick shout to is Randy Bichadel. Probably butchered that horribly, but he is doing really well right now in that white Interstate Batteries number 18 car. Been running really well today and has made up a lot of spots. We're seeing a lot of guys who have made their way through the pack, but a few guys have definitely dropped off considerably as we've gone through this race. Lap 38 of 40.
Well, another guy out there that's not running too bad. He is just outside the top 10, and that is going to be Robert DeJersey. He is in an 05 Marbles car right behind Chris Smith. So it looks like they are just taking it easy back here, maybe conserving a little bit of fuel, conserving tires, not trying to really go at it right yet, because we still are not quite halfway through this race. But I look for that. I look for these guys to start making some moves in the second half of this race and get a little bit more aggressive.
I would say maybe with the last 20 laps to go. When it comes to Daytona, in my opinion, once it's down to 20 to go, that's when you start making your moves. But even then, you want to be in a position with 20 to go. With 10, it's time to start making your moves now. But considering the fact of where a bunch of these guys are, how the pack is distributed, it's pretty much the top 11 are in contention right now with the lead draft. And I think we're going to have green flag pit stops as well. But everyone else is considerably spread out. So I'd say right now, the place you want to be is top 10 or better. Eric Wright, Tyler Willard, Bruce Pearson, and Chris Hone are managing a 4-car pack right now. Unfortunately for them, they are considerably off the leader right now. They are 14 seconds off, so unfortunate for them. They're even still trying to make moves work, considering if a caution will come out. But yeah, these guys, maybe they'll be able to work together should cards fall in their preferred way.
All right, back up front with Scott Tompkins, and we are about to close the drawing, and we have 2 entries, so we'll be choosing that winner here very shortly. Stream Elements will choose the winner, and there is the caution, and looks like we got a Tyler Willard crashing, and that's going to be the filter time number 24.
Oh yeah, just got loose on the apron.
Ooh,
And
the 53 went for a ride too.
yeah.
And the 13 again. I think that 13, he made out like kind of a bandit because there was a little bit of netcode in that.
I mean, he didn't hit him too hard, fortunately for him. But that 53 nearly got up in the fence as well. He got that front end of the car right up on the wall. So, yeah, definitely could have been worse for him getting into the wall. The Dogecoin car did not take too much damage, though. But I would expect everybody to come down pit road this time. Looking at the 24, though, doesn't look like he's going to have an extended stay in the pits, though. Lucky for him.
The 4 or the 24?
24. Well, according to Stream Elements, Biker Man won the giveaway with a 50% chance to win. So, good for you, Biker Man. Good for you. All right. Everybody going to be coming down pit road this time. Tyler Willard, he's going to want to get moving out there fast. He does not want to go a lap down for this bit. So, we'll see what happens, but I don't think he's going to want to take any tires. So, we'll see how this gets along. And do you think anyone's going to be getting tires, Richard?
I think if it were me, I'd do a gas and go because you're going to see another caution. It looks like the number 70 is going to get right sides. He's getting some right sides put on. The 05 is getting some right sides and lefts. So it looks like a lot of people are getting tires.
Yeah, it looks like some people are getting right, some people are getting lefts. I'll tell you, Sam Oliver is dropping and dropping hard. He missed his pit stall, stalled it, and had to reverse. So he's going to be near the end of the pack. When it comes down, he's going to be falling to over 20th.
Well, looks like that 8 car of Ellis Thomas, he has taken over the lead, along with the 28 of Chris Smith in that Premier Setup shop car. These are teammates, so they will work together. And where is oh yeah, that's right, the 2. He is pretty much, his car's toast. He's a couple laps down.
Yeah, Tyler Willard, I'm surprised he's not gotten back out there. He is already a lap down. And, shame for him, because I think he would have been able to maybe stay on the lead lap, perhaps. And Justin Wilson stopped on the back straightaway and now is getting back going. So, wonder what happened with him.
Black flag maybe? Or
You saw the 85 of Chris Hone take out the blue cone and spin under caution. Karma, that's what I say. Don't you hit the blue cone. Never did nothing to you. All right, so we're going to be getting some wave rounds too. Go ahead, Richard.
Well, it looks like Aaron Smith, the second, he has dropped down to the 7th, so he did not have, I think he was one of the ones that took 4 tires. Maybe these other guys took 2 or no tires. So it's going to be interesting to see him. Well, actually, he's 8th. He's starting on the outside, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can make that outside line work and get back up towards the front. He's been about the only car that will work on the outside for an extended period of time. Looks like our first Buick is up in the top 10, and that is going to be Mr. Lemner in his Foster's Buick LeSabre. Foster's. We're making a bloody beer commercial. Oh, damn. Wrong one. Wrong one.
All right. So, as I may have predicted, Ellis Thomas is back into first place. He is in first, going to be followed by Chris Smith, Johnny Rapp, Josh Terra Hill, and Brady Powers. So I'm going to see, will Thomas be able to get my prediction right and win this race? I think he has a very good possibility because he's been up there for a good amount of the day today. So the pace car is going to be off, and we're about to get back racing with about 35 laps to go. Green flag is out back in the air, and Ellis shoots out of the first position like a rocket once again, and the inside is going to fall right along with him. The outside line does not seem to have fired off that quickly, but I'm surprised that 55 has not came down, and now he has. So as I predict, the outside is just not having a lot of help. Bradley Sox looked like he was going to take the outside, but he's going to go in and out back past the 70, and the outside is actually going to have some help for once. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah, going into turn 3, it looks like that 28 and 52 are definitely hooked up. And as you can see, if people can get the outside line mastered, that high line is fast. It is very fast. As you can see, that 28 came from 5th place all the way up to challenging for 2nd. He's trying to get back up to his teammate. I wouldn't be surprised if his teammate gets in front of him and it gives him a little bit of help so they can work together and keep these other guys at bay. But he's going to ride a little bit higher with that 52 has not bailed on him yet. And look at the big car, the number 55, I believe that is, of Brady Powers. He is trying to make something happen on that high line too. And he was looking to go 3 wide, it looked like.
The one thing I'm noticing about the high line, and I don't know if they're getting loose when they're coming down closer, but I think they need to start pinching these guys because they're allowing them to get the runs off the corner so much, and they're bogging themselves down on the high side. So I'm thinking, what if I'm on the high side? I'm thinking maybe a way to get going here is to get as close to the bottom of the car as you can and force him to get slower out of that corner. And yeah, you're going to be bogging yourself down a little bit, maybe keeping it that tight, but you'll be able to give yourself all that room off the corner as well. So I think that would be my strategy if I was on the high side.
Well, I wouldn't be afraid of the high side, and it doesn't look like Scott Thompson is either, and neither is Aaron Smith, as we saw the 8 get loose on the bottom. So that's going to slow them down just a little bit. They did check up to let the 8 gather himself back up, and he is still our current leader, and that 70 is going to drop right in behind the 8 and leave the 25 out to dry, but he's going to try to hang in there. Oh, and the 8 is loose. Oh, what a great save, and they stay green. Everybody had to make an evasive maneuver. The one's getting a little bit of a push, and that's going to be from the 33 of Brendan Sox. He did get a little bit loose, but the 33 backed off, and he was able to collect it back up, and now the 33 is going to try to make a pass.
Yeah, Ellis is he's extremely lucky that did not cause a major accident, because that could have taken out half the field right there. So he's going to be able to slot back into the 8th position. So lucky for him, he'll be all right coming back down here. But new leader is going to be Scott Tompkins. Now, I was keeping an eye on the 25, though. The 25 was running the outside lane pretty well, but, there he is in first now, so he made it work. So let's see if anyone's going to try to challenge him.
Well, Poboxky and Sons is going to be happy to see their car running out front. That is his sponsor, and he is making them proud right now as he has a challenge from Aaron Smith on that outside, and here comes Brandon Scott. They are trying to make the outside work, and look at the Marlboro man himself, Robert DeJersey. He is right there working with these guys, and they are trying to make this high line work. And as of right now, Aaron Smith is the leader with Brandon Sox in second place. But I thought Aaron was going to leave the 33 out of drive, but he came back to pick him up. So a four-way battle for that top spot as of right now.
Yeah, they're working really good together right now. And the one thing I am noticing is that when they're getting really close to each other, it seems like it's really taking the air off the car in front. Um, wh- but what I'm trying to see here is just how loose that people are getting. I'm thinking these guys that are running the really hard inside line where they're not really taking up a lot of position up, toward the wall. I'm thinking, are their tires getting really heated up, keeping it down like that? Because I'm assuming you're going to have to throw in a lot more steer to keep it down that far and maintain good speed, as opposed to coming off the corner just very easy and falling up a lane or two.
Yeah, well, right behind this 7-car pack is going to be that 9 Piedmont Chevrolet, and he is leading Chris Smith and Ellis Thomas. Ellis got into a little bit of trouble a little while ago, but he collected it back, and now he is back to the 10th position. But all these guys are pretty much nose to tail, and they are catching this lead pack like very quick. And we should see them back up in the mix within the next quarter of a lap.
Yeah, it's a little bit more competitive right now. It seems like the top 15 about have a chance right now. Everybody is within a position where they can draft off each other, so luckily there's more cars in it right now. I saw the Marlboro man, the Jersey, get up in the wall just a little bit, did not slow him down that much. And I'm very surprised that the top, there's only like 2 cars on the top right now, and they're able to, manage the position as well as they can. Now we know the top side is good at Daytona, but you gotta have some luck up there too, considering how the bottom is just flying along, and the 5 just does not seem like he's able to pull up as he was before he hit the wall.
Ooh, we got a battle for a second. That's going to be Brandon Sox and Justin Wilson. Brandon Sox is left out to dry, but the 70 is coming out of the dry oval and giving him a little bit of draft and then driving right back down to the bottom. So he is controlling these 2 lines. Great job by him controlling these 2 lines, and it looks like Brandon Sox is going to try to get in between the 25 and the 58, but he's not going to be able to get there, so he's going to be stuck on the high line. The 70 still has the 58 right behind him. Margaritaville is definitely trying to serve up some drinks and take victory lane, but here comes the 33 right back on the outside coming out of turn number 4. Is it going to be Brandon Sox on that outside? He is going to maybe have a second position coming through tri-oval. I don't believe the 70 has the room to get right back in front of the 33.
Yeah, he's taking the Hooters 4 Thunderbird right up to the front. I gotta say,
Chevy.
what I saw, that, man, you know what, Alan Kawicki fan here. But as I was saying with Brandon Sox, he cut off the 25 when he was up high, and he was able to slow him down and kind of leave those 2 out without a little bit of help for a little bit. But he's managing to maintain the position really well. He is running a little closer than everybody was earlier in the race, so I think he's going to be able to maintain that outside, and he's maintaining it well. But be careful, because if you're not maintaining the
Ooh.
25 like he is right now, that 25 may get sick of him, and he may not let off and just give you a little smack and remind you, hey, I'm there.
25 almost got turned by the 33. 33 did not have any room. 25 was there, and the 25 actually got a little bit loose by how close the 33 was from him. And here you see the 25 is going to do a crossover move to the outside. Is he going to have the momentum? Yes, he will. And he's going to rock it up past the 33, but he's going to be on that outside line by himself. Can he do what the 33 did and use the side draft to get up front? There you have the 50. Oh, the 25 gets a little bit loose, and he's going to lose a position.
Yeah, better to get it loose and in the wall. We are clocking 25 laps to go. And I'll tell you, Brandon Sox is definitely on a mission right now. He gave the 58 of Justin Wilson a heck of a punch in the rear end. So we're pretty much single file right now, about 9-10 cars on back. And it seems like on the straightaways, they're all kind of pushing out, because all cars are pushing out off the corner a little bit more different. So it's helping create kind of an unintentional 2-wide situation there. But yeah, right now Brandon Sox is going to be looking to get that lead, because he is definitely on a mission right now.
Well, we got a battle back here
too.
Yeah, well, we got a battle back here for the 9th position, and that's going to be Robert DeJersey and Ellis Thomas was on the inside. He drifted up just a little bit and let the Marlboro man have the inside lane, and they are driving by right by the 27. 27 rode up high, led all the leaders by. Great job by him, not holding anybody up and giving them the room that they needed. But this was a great battle from pretty much 10th on up. Brad Zimmerman in that number 20 car, 20 Roasted Gems Coffee. He is riding in the 11th, but I don't think it is over for him just yet because he still has 24 laps to go. He's still in reach of the leaders, so we might see that 20 car get back up to the front where he was.
Yeah, Terra Hill is about to give Brandon a big push. They were tandem pretty much all together, and he dove back down on the inside, and he's going to be diving back up there with Brandon, but Brandon lost all the momentum. So maybe it's a little strategy maybe to get Brandon a little bit back. But, yeah, Terra is definitely on that 58's rear bumper right now, and that inside line is flying right now. But as I said, look at what Brandon's doing. He's pinching him down real low, not allowing him to get that big run off the corner.
Yeah. All right. Well, while they are doing their green flag laps, we're going to take a little bit of commercial break and hydrate ourselves real quick, and we'll be right back.
Are you looking for high quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
Carrie Whitaker. All right, we are back, and while we were on at commercial break, we had a caution at hand, and that was going to be between the 52 and the 2 of Carrie Whitaker. Carrie Whitaker went for a wild run. He got put on spin cycle after hitting the wall. So looks like we are going to have pit road very busy, and then also we had the 10. He got into a little bit of trouble. He scraped the wall and had to ride it, and he lost a lot of positions. So he's probably glad to see that caution come out.
Yeah, the 70 got into him as well, and the 70 was running on the high side, and that's what I was saying. Like, you got to be careful on that high side because the 70 was running on the high side, was pinching him down pretty hard, and You know, the little bit just going a little too high, a little scrub up. He just got right into him, and it took them both out. So high side is not a lot of people's friends today, but Sam Oliver going to reclaim first position. He is going to be first. Westy Pisoli is going to be in second. Brady Powers in third. Jacob Bradley in the fourth position. And Brandon Sachs is going to be in fifth.
All right, we're going to have another $5 giveaway here coming up in just a minute, and you're going to have to put exclamation point ticket to get entered into for that drawing. That is going to be $5 cash or $5 iRacing credits. It is your choice, so definitely get that exclamation point ticket for for your chance to win.
Hey, Biker
Come
Man,
on,
if
we
he
got
wins
we
this,
got 23 people out there. Come on, y'all enter to win. It's $5. It's free. Free. Nobody can beat free.
yeah, you can't beat free. But hey, you know, if Biker Man wins, you know that's a brand new car probably on our racing if you got the 40 track discount. But I don't think he has that. But one thing I want to notice though with some of the top guys, you know, we got some guys who had pretty good qualifying, but you know, some of the guys that are up there now, you know, Bradley started in 14th, Brandon Sox he started 20th, Justin Wilson 23rd, Scott Tompkins 26th, and Robert Jersey 22nd. A lot of great cars up in the top 10 right now did not have good starting positions, sub top 20. So you know, just because you're not fast in qualifying doesn't mean you're going to be fast in the race. We got Brexton Bush fans seeing a lot of silly mistakes. Luckily for these guys, there has not been a big one, which, if a crash happens, like, you know, we had Ellis, we saw him got really loose at the bottom. If he would have gotten in that could have taken out half of the top runners right then. So we're coming down to 17 to go when the caution is done with. So put who you think is going to win in this race. Who do you got? Who you picking, chat?
All right, pace car is about to get ready to dive back off, and we're going to go back green with Sam Oliver in control of the restart with Wesley Pistoli out on the outside. Getting ready to go back green, and there he goes. He is off like a rocket with Brady Powers. He is trying to take over that second spot, and they are going to leave Wesley out to dry. But it looks like that outside line is going to try to form up. Nope, they're going to utilize the gaps in between the other cars and go single file on the bottom side.
Yeah, the bottom side is looking good, but there are a few people getting a little bit more brave, and Wesley knows that 33's been really good on the top side, and I think Wesley might be able to get himself up to first with a big push from the 33. So Wesley might be trying to lead his first laps today. The 55 big car just gets up a little bit, almost gets into Mr. Brandon Sox, but I think Wesley might be able to get the push and get up to first, and Wesley Pistoli is going to lead his first laps at 16 to go. High side is definitely coming into form now. We got 4 on the high side and 2 on the bottom in the front.
Yeah, that 58 is trying to make his moves. That's going to be Justin Williams. He is trying to make his moves. You see him riding in the third position as of right now. He is right behind Sam Oliver. He is giving him everything that car has, and then some. And that 94, yeah, that's his first time leading the race today. But Brandon Sox has got something to say on that outside, and it looks like the 94 is going to drift up in front of the 33 as they're coming out of turn number 4, and there's a yellow flag again.
We got a yellow flag right now, and not sure
That's going to be
who it is.
Tyler Willard, the 24 and the 27, maybe.
It has not been Kerry Whitaker's best day today, I'll tell you that much. And if you're the 52, Johnny Rapp, it sucks getting taken out by a lap car. Just got punched it just a little bit, and that too absolutely got destroyed going into the wall. And a little meeting of the minds between Kerry and Tyler as well.
The whole hub assembly going flying down the flying down the track. Two hub assemblies. Oh Lord.
Yeah, unfortunate crash, and you know I always liked having kind of late race cautions like this, sort of as someone in the lead because gives someone less time to get up there, but it also gives you more time just to kind of sit up in front. I mean, less laps the better, I think, if you're in front. We're only going to have about probably 12 to go when we're done with this caution, so I'd say the place you want to be is top 10 or better at this point in the race. Looking down here, a few cars come down pit road. It doesn't look like many are any really competitive cars up in the front, but a few cars coming down to get tires, and that is about it. So our top five right now is going to be Pistoli, Sox, Oliver, Wilson, and Powers. We got two people in the chat saying Sox for the win, Bikerman and RX2071. Remember, exclamation point ticket to get your chance at $5. Gonna be calling that in just a few laps. It's free money, so make sure you take SBRN's money tonight. It's free. You could win. Could. Don't know where Richard Hurst went. I think we're gonna have to put him on a milk carton. But
No, I'm
I'll
still
all right. Well, anyway, I'll just tell you this. Brandon Sox, up 18 positions. He's been running real good, running the outside better than anyone else I've seen today. So Brandon Sox has been doing quite well on the outside. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to win it. He might be able to get in there, but he's been able to run and maintain really good. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get out there and lead. A lot of guys have been running and leading pretty well, but has not happened. I will point out, though, Ellis Thomas running in 12th right now. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get back up there. He's my pick. He is probably the best car in the lead pack right now if he can get up to the lead. He hasn't been doing that well in lap traffic, has not been running it. I mean, not lap traffic. He hasn't been running well in traffic to begin with. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to maintain the traffic and get up there. But I think if he can and get up to the lead, he's definitely going to be the one to beat. I think Brandon Sox is going to be a guy that, being up there the way he has been, he's definitely going to be a guy to beat up in front. And I'm very interested to see what can happen if he can take that lead. Another person is Justin Wilson. Hasn't really led the day, but has been really good in the Margaritaville. Chevrolet just has not been able to get up there. And same with Sam Oliver. Been maintaining top 5 for a good amount of this race.
Well, 24 said, guys, 24 here. My race is done. 30 minutes of repair. Man, we hate to see that. We definitely hate to see that. A lot of good cars taken out. But you did get to run some pretty good laps, and looks like the Rochon is saying, show the 50 car. Show 50, LOL. So let's show him the 50. And there he is. There's Mr. Sam. He is running in the 14th position. He's getting ready to take the green once again. And we only have about 13 to go, 12 at the line. And it looks like Mr. Wesley Pistoli is out in front, and he's got control of the restart with Brandon Sox on the outside. Let's see if that 58 will abandon him on that outside. Oh, and the 33 did not get the best restart. He was sideways as he took the green. He did get recollected, and they are going to be side by side for the second position, and that's going to be the 9 Piedmont Chevrolet and the 33, but the 33 is going to lose a little bit of ground because he has no help. The 58 of Justin Wilson has all the help on the bottom lane and leaving the 33 out to dry, but help is on the way. Don't worry, here comes Scott Tompkins on that outside to help that 33 with the 55 on the inside. That is Brady Powers. He is trying to make that big Ford Thunderbird move to the front.
Yeah, 25 did not have a great restart. He was getting the absolute snock knocked out of him by the Jersey coming to the start. So he got a bad restart because he was pretty loose coming off of the restart. But I think he'll be able to get up there. You know, Brandon Sox, he knows Brandon is really, really good right now. And if he can just get up there and push him, he might be able to take him down to the bottom with him as well. But you can see just how much they're pinching each other now. They're not giving them the amount of room that they were earlier. And it's going to be much more difficult for that inside lane to work if they're pinching them that far close down to the bottom, because they're going to have to let off a lot more coming out of the corner if it's going to be like that. Brandon Sox to the lead.
Well, we also got a little bit of battle back here for the 14th, 15th, and 16th back here, and they are going at it like it is the last lap, and it looks like two teammates have found each other again. That's going to be Chris Smith and Ellis Thomas. That's going to be for 11th and 12th. But that 70 car that's been running up front all day, he's back here with this little pack, and it looks like somebody is in the wall.
Yeah, that's Brandon Sox.
And that's going to put him back behind these guys that we were talking about just battling.
Yeah, Brandon Sox was running in the lead, come down just a little bit too much, and he just got loose. He got the air taken off his spoiler, got loose, and just slammed himself right in the wall. Sorry for Biker Man. I guess Biker Man's jinxing people now. But we got another car on the wall. That is going to be Bradley. Jacob Bradley in the wall, but he manages to slap back on the inside and is now fourth.
Well, look at the Marlboro Man of Robert de Jersey. He has made it up to second. Probably the best place to be at this minute. You have 9 laps to go. You want to hang out. You want to hang out with the leader. You want to set him up for the run, but it looks like the 58 was almost looking to push him out of line as he went down really low on the apron. Oh, and it looks like the Marlboro Man gave the 9 a little bit of bump as they were coming into turn number 3, but they were able to gather it back up. Those cars look like they're not handling the greatest. The 58 tucked right up to the Marlboro Man. He gets a little bit out of shape, but straight as a whistle now.
Keep an eye on this 58. He has been up there the entire race. He's been in that top 3 for a significant portion. I think he might be able to make something work here near the end. He is definitely not playing games with the Marlboro Man right now. And 55, someone who has been running great all day. Brady Powers has now fall back to 9th, but keep an eye on Ellis. Ellis is up to 8th with only 8 laps to go.
Well, right now it's all a Chevy show up front from 7th on up to 1st. It's all Chevys. Ellis Thomas is the first Ford in the 8th position with Chris Smith and Wesley Pistoli. So you got 4 Fords running back there nose to tail. It's just a matter of time before they link up and try to put the ovals in victory lane.
Yeah, we're going to be drawn with 5 laps to go. But, if you're a blue oval guy, you got 7 laps to go, you're running out of time because it definitely takes a couple laps to get up there. And I'm not going to say that the Chevy guys are going to be necessarily helpful to your cause. Now, obviously, they want to win as well. So, we'll abandon them. I can't see anything wrong with the abandonment. But, if they want to start making moves, they got to start getting on the thing. And that is going to be the Marlboro Man loose, and he somehow saves it.
Oh my God, the 94 and the 13 are around. And that's going to be Kuntz and, who's the 94? I got
it.
Wesley Pistoli. And we saw him up leading the race earlier on. So he got really loose and, the 13 had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he was checking up for the 05. And I want to get a replay on the 05. That car was basically facing the ground. He is so lucky he saved that car. That is probably one of the best saves I've seen in a while. He just got absolutely knocked by Wilson, And, his left front is basically facing the infield. And he just somehow manages to save that. If you rewind it just a little bit more, you'll see. At full speed, that looks amazing.
Looks like Ellis got just a little bit of a bump. They were 3 wide at one time, or not Ellis, but Smith got a little bit of bump from the 55. They were able to keep it out of each other, and Brandon Sox he comes up quick on the back bumper of the 28, but they were all able to keep it. But I don't know, these guys back here were. I don't know if it had anything to do with him getting loose because they were pretty good ways back, I thought.
I would say, yeah, because they were checking up. They were checking up, and, you know, stuff happens like that when you're checking up like that. 5 laps to go now, so we're going to be getting back to green with probably about 2 to go. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm pretty sure that Justin Wilson and the 05 of Robert DeJersey probably ain't going to be each other's biggest fans at the end of this race. But yeah, it's just the 94 checked up, and Sox had nowhere to go, and neither did the 13. Brakes on these cars definitely aren't the best, so it's just a fact of life. But
Well, yeah.
yeah, we're going to be heading to a commercial, so we'll be right back for the finish.
And a drawing.
Sim Control has a fix for that. We provide drivers with a unique LED flag and gear indicator box that provides drivers with more visual awareness even during their toughest of races. Our SC makes a variety of flight controls and button boxes as well. Find out more at etsy.com/shop/Rollins Sim Controls.
All right, pace car is off. 3 laps to go. And that is going to be Sam Oliver taking the lead. And, 3 laps to go. If you're going to be looking for a chance to win, I'd say you want to be in 6th place or better. But Sam Oliver got a humongous run, but that may help. That may hurt him coming down to the first set of turns and then the back straightaway. Justin Wilson, who has been up in the top 3 all day long, along with Scott Tompkins, going to be trying to make the move on the outside, and he'll be making the move to the outside. Where will Tompkins go? He's going to go with the 58, and Justin Wilson and Scott Tompkins to the lead on the back straightaway. The Squiggly won the giveaway with 25% chance to win. Justin Wilson going to be taking the bottom line with 2 to go. Richard, what are you seeing? All right, Richard is not here, but Justin Wilson going to be taking the lead with 2 to go. Tompkins going to be looking on the high side, the outside line. If it's any time to take the outside, now is the time, because, you don't have to worry about hitting that wall anymore, because you're going to trying to win at Daytona. It's either get up to the front now or never. Scott Tompkins trying to make the outside work once again, but I'm not sure if it's going to make it work. The 9 of Sam Oliver going to be right on the rear of him, and we're coming down the white flag. 1 more lap to go this time by. Richard?
Yeah, the 25 is trying to make that outside line work, and the one right behind him got a little bit loose coming out of turn number 4, but he collected it real quick, and he's trying to utilize that draft to try to get back up to the 25, but he's not able to make it happen. They are too far spaced out, and that's allowing the 05 is around, the 28 is around. No, there is not going to be the caution. This is the end of the race, and they're going to have to battle it out side by side. It's going to be the 58 and the 9 with the 20 in tow. Where's the 20 going to go? He is going to push the 58 down the backstretch into turn 3. The 8 touches the 20. They get collected with each other. We got 2 separate wrecks happening, so it's going to be a battle to the finish with 4 cars, and that's going to be the 33 of Brandon Sox. He rubs the wall.
Wilson, huge bump, and Wilson's going to win that race. Man, we had about... Man, that was a crazy finish. We had about 3 different wrecks coming down to the end. And, man, we got the 25 gave Justin Wilson, I would say, the race-winning bump. Disappointment there for the 9, but we have a few wrecks to definitely go over with the end of that race.
Yeah, we're going to rewind it right now. We're going to look at that finish coming across, start-finish, because that was pretty wild. As he took the win, it looks like he took the win sideways. Let's get it back up to it for a moment.
So how was that finish, Richard?
All right, stream stay.
Well, great finish at the end of that race, and it looks like Justin is going to be able to burn it down. First race of the short season, and it was very exciting all the way up to the last lap. 3 separate incidents happening on the last lap. They were giving it their all, and definitely was a sight to see. The 58 cross the finish line pretty much sideways.
Yes, she did, and I'll tell you what, though, that 25...
Sam Oliver, this is Richard and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy? Oh, damn it. There he is. All right, Sam, this is Richard and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that was a wild last lap battle, and you were able to bring home third. You definitely had such a good night. You led some laps, you followed some laps, but third place, man, not a bad place to finish, especially with all the chaos that was going on behind you. Man, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I missed my pit box, and that put me pretty far behind in the middle of the race, and raced my way back up. I was a better pusher than I was being out front, but at the end of the day, happy with where I finished. Hate that I wrecked everybody there at the end. I kind of got into the 58's quarter trying to race him hard, but good finish overall.
Well, that was the only thing I seen you actually cause, and he finished. He still finished first sideways, but he still managed to grab the win. But not a bad finish, third place, man. The shout outs are yours if you'd like to take them.
Just Wesley, my teammate, the 94, we got together there for a little bit, but would like to have seen him get a better finish. He had some incidents there towards the end of the race, I think.
Yeah, he definitely was running pretty well, and he led some laps himself. He ended up finishing 18th, but still, he put on a pretty good show himself, and we'll see what y'all have next week, and see if you can carry this momentum. You and your teammate, see if y'all can carry this momentum and get a pretty good finish next week.
Yeah, congrats to the 58, Justin. Good win.
Absolutely. All right, Jeremy.
Scott Tompkins, this is Joe, Richard, and Jeremy. You got us?
I got you.
Well, at the end of the race, doesn't seem like that you had much of a chance to maybe get the win, but you ran a real good race. You know, up in the front, basically a good portion of the race, made up a lot of positions, started 26th. So tell us about your race. How did it go for you today,
Uh,
especially coming the last few laps?
it was pretty uneventful for me. I thought I was going to die a few times. Mainly, I think what was it, the '05 that almost death hooked right. I think at one point I thought I was going to die there. But beyond that, it was just and then the 20 after the 8 kind of just drove it into him. Uh, I thought I was going to die there. So I'm just looking at my left monitor. I'm like, I'm going to die, and I didn't die. But then I got that massive run coming off of 4, and I was hoping the 58 wasn't going to throw it down, and he did, which is fine. But that was just fun pushing him to the end there.
Yeah, you ran a good race. Yeah, definitely a challenge to get going with these cars. But you ran a real good race. Managed to get second, kind of steal it away at the end. But yeah, good job to you, and the shout outs are yours.
Yes, I got to thank Lee Dawson from the Bablaki Sign Company for coming on board. He's been with me for a couple different series now. Let me have fun do this on a Thursday night here. I got to thank you guys up in the booth putting on the broadcast. I know it's going to be fun to watch back. Ellis and Chris are putting on the league. This 87 idea I think is genius. I love these cards. They're a lot of fun.
All right. Well, good race today, and we'll be looking forward to see how you can do for the rest of the season. Good points day today for you.
Thank you guys and have a good evening.
You too. And we're going to be bringing in Sam Oliver for the final interview. Or Justin Wilson, sorry. So let's bring in the winner of the race.
All right, Justin Wilson. This is Richard and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yes, sir. I do got a copy.
Well, you ran a really good race today. You led quite a bit of laps. You battled for the lead. You had quite a bit of chaos going on behind you, and but you were able to pull the win off pretty much sideways. Man, talk us through your race.
The race itself was actually pretty good. I know that I had a pretty good feel for the car, riding the bottom really well. And I mean, started in the back, got back to the front, had a black flag, got to go all the way back to the back, made it back to the front. So we had a pretty back and forth race. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is apologizing to the '05. I when that checkup, I don't know what happened. I was off the gas, hitting the brakes a little, but I tagged him, so I need to apologize to him. Most importantly, we were racing really clean up there, and I hope I really didn't ruin his night. But that finish was wild. I had help from my teammate there, Scott. I couldn't have done it without him. He really pushed me up to the lead, and it was just a matter of blocking ever since then. Even blocking him, trying to come to the line.
Well, you and him definitely did well quite a bit, and we're still getting used to the teams and who's running with who. But there was a couple cars that we were looking out for. You were one of them, and the 25 was another that we were looking to win the race. And actually, you both came in 1 and 2, so not a bad night for you. We got Atlanta next week. How you feeling with this car at Atlanta?
Oh man, these cars are a blast. They're a handful to drive. I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot about tire management, so we'll see who can manage the tires the best, see who can come out front.
Well, if you don't mind, before that race actually starts, we'll bring you in the booth and let you talk a little bit about what we're going to see as far as track conditions. Sounds like you got a pretty good idea of what your car is going to do there at Atlanta. So we might bring you up in the booth, talk to you a little bit about how your car feels, what we might see, and what to look out for.
Oh, anytime, man, anytime.
Absolutely. Well, first place, first night of the short season. The shout outs to yours, man.
Oh man, well, thank you guys for putting the show on. Ellis for putting the show on. That was an incredible race. A lot of clean racing from all the drivers. I want to thank everybody that we run with. My teammates from Payday. We got Chris Hone, Johnny Raff's not officially Payday Racing, but we'll call him officially Payday Racing. But we got Chris, Scott Tompkins, Randy, Chase was spotting for us. Ryan Jones was spotting for us. Eric Smith, aka Spartan, was running with us. So I want to thank all those guys and you guys for putting the show on.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate the great racing, the full field, and we can't wait to see what y'all have for us next week at Atlanta. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
All right, Joe. Slingshot Racing League's first race is all wrapped up. We got Atlanta next week. Like I was saying, definitely going to be a different ball game. So there's no telling what we might see coming into Atlanta. But we'll have a few guys to interview and see what they think of how the race is going to go, and we'll go from there. But it's going to be that time where we say farewell for the evening, and we want to welcome all our new followers that joined us tonight. Hit that follow button. We definitely appreciate that. I think we had about 6 or 7 that new followers. So definitely thank you and welcome to Southern Broadcast Racing Network. And well, Joe. And the Squigglies, we're going to need your email to send you your money because you were the winner of $5.
Hey, that's half a car or a third of a track on our racing. But yeah, we had a good crowd today. 25 viewers throughout the race, pretty much. So really happy to see that. We had a lot of good cars come from the back. Top 5 for them started at 20th or worse. So pretty good moving through all those cars, especially starting in the back. But yeah, a lot of good racing today. We had more cars crash in the final lap than we did the entire end of the race. So the last lap definitely had its fair share of beating and banging. But very exciting finish and had a good time today. A lot of good, clean racing, a lot of hard racing, and Atlanta should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, on behalf of myself, Joe, Jeremy, here at Southern Broadcast Racing Network, we hope y'all have a good night. Get yourself ready for the weekend because tomorrow is Friday, and we will see y'all next time. Joe will be live tomorrow night for the IBRL tour mods, so make sure you tune in with him. And but that's gonna call it the night for us, and we will see y'all next time.